Hi, this is Richard Quack here, coming to you live from Malaysia. I would like to welcome you to my weekly live video. And in today's session, I would like to talk about personal development. And the topic is, do you know the five keys to success? Now, this is a very important topic if you are looking for success, which I'm sure everybody is looking for success. All right. Now, the first thing you need to know is that success leaves clues. That means if you want to be successful, look at people who are successful and follow them, role model them. Okay. So today I'm going to talk about the five keys to success. There are five items that you need to follow if you want to be truly successful. Okay. And again, before I proceed, this is only my opinion. So take it with a pinch of salt then. Okay. Are you ready? So here we go. The first one is, who do you listen to? This is very, very important. The first key, who do you listen to? Because the people that you listen to are going to dictate your life. All right. Like, Jim Rohn said, you are the average of the five people that you spend your time with. In fact, your environment will shape your life and your future as well. So, who do you listen to is very important. Think for yourself, honestly. Do you listen to people who are successful, or do you listen to people who makes you comfortable? That's all. Now, look at all the successful leaders outside there. All right. They all have very, very good advisor. Isn't it true? They have good advisor. That's why they become great. So it's important to understand that if you want to be successful, you need to know who do you listen to most of the time. All right. Are you listening to the right people? The people who are successful. All right. Now, when I talk about listening to people who are successful, it also means, listening to cassette tapes, videos of people who have success. They may not be around anymore, but you can still listen to them and learn from them and get inspired from them. Okay. So the first thing is, who do you listen to? Honestly, think about it seriously now. Who do you really listen to? Are these people successful? Okay. Now, number 2 point is what we call the teachability index. Teachability index. There are two parts to this teachability index. Number one, what is your willingness to learn? Now, are you willing to learn? I mean, a lot of people outside there, they do not want to learn anymore because when you tell them something, they will tell you probably, I already know that. I already know that already. I know that already. So they're not willing to learn. So whatever the situation is, you must be willing to learn. Myself personally, although I'm already successful, but I'm still learning because there are so many things outside there which you can learn. All right. In fact, you cannot say that you know everything because it's not possible to know everything. So you must be willing to learn. So are you open to willing to learn? That's the first thing of the teachability index. The second thing is that, are you willing to change? Most people say, oh, Richard, I want to be successful. But when I ask them, would you be able to attend a meeting on Wednesday night? Then they will fumble and tell me, oh, I don't think I can. I got some appointment on, I got some games on, and so on. So basically, you are not willing to change. If you're not willing to change, forget about success. Because you need to be able to change. You got to be flexible to change if you want to be successful in life. So the teachability index, once again, your willingness to learn and your willingness to change. It does not matter. Even if the person who advising you may not be as successful as you, but they may have something that you can learn from. All right, so it's important. The teachability index is very, very important. The third key is training balance scale. Now, what is the training balance scale? It's just a scale, all right? Well, most people, they'll ask you, how do you become successful? All right, so it is a matter of equation between why and how. Most people focus on the how. Richard, can you tell me what are the strategies to become successful and so on? The truth is that, as far as the training balance scale is concerned, the how is not so important, but the why is the most important factor of all. You must find the reason why you cannot fail. All right, so it's important to know that, as far as the training balance scale is concerned, the why is very, very important. If you have the why, the how will come to you, that's for sure. All right, so you must focus on your why. Why is it that I must succeed? Now it's already February. All right, now it's already February of 2023. All right, so basically, you got to ask yourself, why must you succeed? Okay, not how to be successful. The how will come along the way, that's for sure. Okay, so find the right reason, the why, the reason that makes you very emotional. All right, it makes you emotional that you can cry. Okay, now the other thing is that you talk about the mind. All right, the mind is very powerful. All right, the people who are successful, they have clarity of mind, whereas the people who do not succeed, they don't have a clear mind. They are very confused mind. Okay, so ask yourself, do you have a clear mind or a confused mind? You must have clarity. Okay, because when you have clarity, then you can focus on what you want. Focus is also very important. And the third thing is that, when you have a clear mind, you will be more creative rather than those people who have a confused mind. So creativity comes from a clear mind. Okay, your mind is very important. That's why you understand that, a lot of people talk about mindset. Well, it's very true. Your success comes with a proper mindset, and you must have clarity of mind, clarity of thinking. Now, there are mind blocks as well that makes people fail. Okay, you know what are the mind blocks? Okay, criticism is one of the mind blocks. Criticism can be two-way. Either people criticize you or you always criticize other people. That is mind block. All right, the other thing is overthinking. Some people, they overthink the situation and it makes them worry, it makes them fearful, it makes them doubtful. So overthinking is no good. The thing is that everything happens for a reason. So don't worry about the decision that you have to make. Don't overthink. Just do it. All right. Take massive imperfect action. Now, the other thing is that, stress. When you have mind block, you have stress. When you are stressed up, you cannot think properly. You don't have a clarity of mind. And when you are stressed, it can cause a lot of health challenges, a lot of health problem as well. Okay, so basically, the important thing is that your mind is very important. So remember, it's the why that is more important than the how. Step number 4, you must go to mastery. All right, in order to reach mastery, you got to go through 4 steps of learning. All right, how many of you here wants to go to mastery? If you want to go to mastery, there are 4 steps to mastery. All right, you must understand that there are 4 steps. The first one is unconscious incompetence. Unconscious incompetence, that means you do not know that you do not know. You do not know that you do not know. I remember many years ago, my own experience, I like to play the piano, although I don't know how to play the piano. So one day I was in the school, all right, where there is a piano on the stage, and where there was no one around, I went on the stage and sit in front of the piano and started to play. You know what? I have unconscious incompetence. That means I don't even know that I do not know. Okay? So from unconscious incompetence, it became conscious competence. So now I know that I don't know. All right, there's a second step. That is conscious incompetence. You are conscious that you do not know. Okay? Now, the third step is conscious competence. I give you an example of conscious competence. If you play the piano, all right, now you still have to be conscious about what are the notes that you have to play and how is your fingering and so on. You are still conscious, all right, but it's better than not knowing how to play. So now you are conscious. So this is called conscious competence, the third step, all right. And finally, to mastery, it is unconscious competence. Unconscious competence, that means you are so good even without having to think about it. You see all the expert pianists and so on, they don't even think about it. They just sit in front of the piano and they can play. So that is unconscious competence, which is already mastery. All right. And how do you reach all this level? It's through repetition, and repetition. You as an example, the pianists, they become expert. Okay, because they have been practicing it day and night. They've been practicing it, so it becomes unconscious competence. All right. So the 4th step of mastery is number 1, unconscious incompetence. Number 2, conscious incompetence. Thirdly, conscious competence. And lastly, the level of mastery is unconscious competence. That means you unconsciously just do it. That's it. Okay. Just like you drive a car as well. Now you drive a car, you don't have to think about it anymore, right? Because you've been driving every single day for years, So it is unconscious competence. And how do you become unconscious competence? Through repetition. Because repetition is the master of learning. Okay. Now the last one is mastering the basic. Number 5 is mastering the basic. Now a lot of people, think, oh, what are the strategies, how to do this, how to do that. The most important thing is actually everything boils down to basic. Do you agree with me? Everything boils down to basic, but people tend to complicate things. It's all basic. Okay, let me share with you. As far as colors are concerned, all the beautiful paintings in the world, all right, now they are made up of 3 basic colors. That's all. That's the basic of it. 3 basic color: red, yellow, and blue. There's no other color. All right, it is a combination of these 3 colors, 3 basic colors. Okay, that's colors. And you can see all the paintings, the beautiful paintings in the world are all made up of these 3 basic color. Now, as far as music is concerned as well, there are only 7 notes, isn't it true? Only 7 notes. All right, so basically it's very simple. You must master the 7 notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's it. And do, the next octave. All right, so basically music also, there are only 7 notes. And from the 7 notes, you have all the beautiful song, all the beautiful music in the world. All right, so everything comes from basic. And now, if you write articles, you read books and so on, all right? Now, as far as writing is concerned, there's only A to Z. That's about it. There's nothing more than that. A to Z, that's all. All the books, the Amazon books and so on in the world, all are written comprising of A to Z. That's all. All right, A to Z, that's all. Right? I hope that you're beginning to understand it. Okay, now as far as internet marketing is concerned also, I always talk about this. What are the basics of internet marketing? Very simple. The basic is very simple. You don't have to go into the complicated, the technical stuff. The basic is you got to do market research. All right, do market research. Come out with a product. You got to produce a product. Then you need to have a website to showcase that product. All right. Then number 4, you got to be able to accept payment, right? And finally, payment and also automation, right? To be able to deliver automatically the product automatically and so on, and to be able to send messages automatically and so on using autoresponder, of course. All right. And lastly, number 5, you need traffic. So the basic is very simple. All right. It's actually, you think about it, the basic are there. The only thing is that a lot of people complicate themselves. Don't think about the technicalities of it. All right. Of course, technicalities of it, most people cannot do. But you know what? As far as I'm concerned today, with YouTube, you can go and look for the technical things on YouTube. All right. For myself personally, if I want to learn about something that I'm not good at, I just go to YouTube. There's so many videos there for free that you can learn from there. In fact, so many videos are free and also very, very informative and very, very useful. The only thing is that it will take you time to search for it and to view it. Okay, so that's all my sharing for today. I hope you learned something here, which is very important. All right, these are the 5 keys of success. Let me summarize for you. All right, who do you listen to? Number 1. Number 2, the teachability index, willingness to learn and the willingness to change. Number 3, training balance skill. That means the why is more important than the how. Focus on the why. Find the reason why you must succeed. Okay, and of course, we talk about the mind, clarity of mind, and so on. Very important. Okay, number 4 steps to mastery. This is important. You must understand, to reach mastery, you got to go through these 4 stages. All right. Number 5, everything boils down to basic. So you must master the basic. Just like Bruce Lee mentioned. All right. I'm not worried about the man, okay, who practiced 10,000 kicks, each one time. But I'm worried about the person, all right, about the person who practiced one kick 10,000 times, because they become an expert in that. All right. So I hope that you learned something here today. I think it's a very interesting topic. If you like what you hear and see, please feel free to like, to share, and to comment. I appreciate your time that you spend with me here. I'll see you again for another live session on Friday. So this is Richard Quack here from Malaysia, wishing you good night and goodbye.